Right, Andy.
Hello.
Whereabouts are we? It's very flat.
We're in Coates near Whittlesea in Cambridgeshire.
And tell me, what is it you guys do here?
So my name's Andy Carse. I'm the founder and managing director of AgVantage. We set this business up towards the end of 2020, with the first full trading year being 2021. So we set it up to start with as a joint venture between myself and Dewulf, Dewulf being majority shareholder in the business. Started the business as a full line distributor for all Dewulf products, so harvesters, planters and in-store equipment. We then went on to add Dewulf, so Dewulf makes specialist trailers, overloaders, just high quality specialist transport equipment. We then added Holaris in at a later date, so Holaris is silage and onion handling equipment. The main focus on the business was to create a specialist machinery business, so not like a normal tractor dealership doing tractors, lawnmowers, ploughs, but something really specialist.
Like the potato harvesters, which
Yeah.
we're looking at today.
Yeah, definitely.
So the Dewulf, they focus on just potato technology and machinery.
Potato and vegetables, so you've got
Right.
carrots, swede, parsnips. Yeah, this is a 2-row harvester and can be used on potatoes, onions, carrots, parsnips, whatever it's basically spec to do.
Right.
So it's a very versatile harvester.
And where are these machines built?
The harvesting equipment is built in Dewulf's factory in Belgium,
Right.
and the planters and in-store equipment is built in Dewulf's factory in Holland, which used to be called Medina. Dewulf bought Medina in 2015. Yeah, so since starting the business at the end of 2020, it's grown quite dramatically. We opened another depot in Beverley in Yorkshire. That was in March this year. We're currently building a team up there, but total in the business now we employ 15 members of staff, sales, service, spare parts, accounts. Yeah. So the reason we opened the depot in Yorkshire is because we feel that the customers deserve the manufacturer level backup, and we were able to do that. Obviously, with Dewulf being shareholders in the business, it helps us keep parts in stock and have the resources that we need. We do work with some other sort of independent service partners around the country where their business is 100% focused on service.
So I've only been here about half an hour, Andy, but you can see it's a pretty fair setup you've got here. It's a big patch you have.
Yes.
What is here, Andy? What have you got hidden in all these sheds?
So the site that we're based on here is, we share it with APH, another company, but it's a 10-acre site. We've got big stores. There's over £1.5 million worth of parts in stock. We've got a 1,200 square metre state-of-the-art workshop that was created when we moved in for us. And you can see plenty of outside space as well. So spare parts supply, obviously we have most things in stock. Anything that we haven't got can come over from Belgium next day. If it's something, you know, special case, really urgent, we don't have it, we can get it on a special courier that will leave instantly and drive it over. Sending parts out to customers from here, we offer a next morning 9 AM service, so as long as it's ordered early enough the day before, it can be shipped out and be with the customer before 9 o'clock the next morning.
And that's what you want when you need potatoes out the ground.
Yeah, definitely.
So my name's Gary Halliday. I'm Territory Sales Manager here at AgVantage UK. As Andy said previously in the video, we cover England, so all of England up to the Scottish borders, and of which we split the country in half. So I cover the northern half, and then we have another Territory Sales Manager, Michael Gott. He covers the southern part.
Right, so you're really the man that knows these machines inside out then?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of it.
How long have you been doing this then?
So I started in August last year, so still fairly fresh to it, but obviously working with a great team, it's quite easy to get up to date with what's going on. Obviously, I know I spend a lot of time out on the road meeting new customers, learning the industry. So it's my job role is very much field based. Like all jobs, we have to spend a few days in the office, but we try and get out and be customer facing when we can.
So I believe we're going out to see a 4-row machine, is it, this afternoon?
Yeah, so
working hopefully if it's not too wet.
Yeah, weather dependent. Yeah, I think the sun's on our side today, but so we're going to go out and see a Quattro, which is our 4-row flagship model. So the machine we've got behind us here is a 2-row machine. We actually do 7 variants of the 2-row, but in the UK predominantly 3. So we have a hedgehog machine behind us here. This would be currently our most popular machine. We are seeing a shift across to the machine that we saw being PDI'd in the workshop, which is an RCA. So that is a axial table and easy clean at the top.
And what's the story with that machine? How come that's in the workshop?
So it's been sold, so it's a demonstrator. It's been sold, customer requirements, so row widths, web sizes, that sort of thing. We're just prepping that for his specification, and that will be getting delivered this week.
Yeah. We had a little look in the workshop. Just what else was with it?
So we had a
second-hand
planter in there that's been sold. So again, another machine. We've done a demo to a customer of a competitor's machine. Really got on well with our product, so we've sold that machine. Again, it's just being prepped in there, and then we also have an AgVantage sprayer in there being prepped, and that will get sold as well. So
let's head out to the field then.
Yeah, we'll have a look around the 4-row machine.
Right, Gary, well, we've convinced him to stop for a moment so you can show us through. So what is this machine we've got behind us here then?
Yes, so we're just here at Turves Farms and their 4-row Quattro Dewulf harvester. As mentioned earlier in the video, so we sell 2 rows and 4 rows, this being our flagship model. The reason, we'll talk through the machine in a bit, but the reason being mainly the width. But you'll also notice the configuration is different to most of the harvesters out on the market. With that being the fact that we have no wheels out on the front. So if we have a look at the machine, starting at the topper, so we have an XL topper. So this machine is just over 4 meters wide. We come from the topper to support wheels of the digging channel. Yeah. This configuration of machine is set up, you'll see center discs in there. So we can have 2 different configurations, certainly in the wet and on heavier soils like where we are today. What we're doing with the center discs is only taking the row of potatoes up the machine. So when we come to sieving and cleaning, that's helping us out massively. These conditions, the biggest positive we have of this machine is that we have our topper and our lifting shares and our digging web all in front of the machine. So what we have with our interim 4-row machine, our Enduro and other competitor machines, is wheels out the front, which in very wet conditions can cause you issues with soil building up on top of the row, and that's just extra soil that you then have to lift. It can also compact your row that you're about to lift as you go through it. What we do is we move from one web to the second, our main web, and then you can see here that we run a 900mm wide TerraTrack on the front of the harvester. This machine is perfectly balanced 50-50. So what we'll see when we get some footage of it working in the field is the condition that you leave the field in is impeccable. We come to a 11-ton bunker. So again, it's a big advantage for people moving to 4-row in their quest for capacity. You're not just stopping every 2 or 3 minutes.
You've got the space to hold it.
Absolutely, yeah. So most people, when they go to 4-row machines, they want that extra capacity, and they don't then want to be stopping every 2 or 3 minutes to unload.
And it's right that these harvesters are quite famous for their cleaning capacity as well.
Yeah. So what we've got under these panels is 3 webs, and then we jump onto a hedgehog, which is very similar to the machine that we saw back in the yard. It then comes onto a set of dolman rollers underneath the machine, which from the cab you've got a belt, we call it a flexi-clean belt underneath. So in dry conditions, you can bypass your rollers, and as it gets wetter and wetter, you can pull that web back from the cab and just show more of your cleaning system. So how much you clean is very dependent on the conditions that you're in. Right. The big thing with this 4-row machine is that from this year going forwards, we've now released 2 cleaning systems above the hedgehog. So we've got the hedgehog machine, we then do a double easy clean, and then we do what we call a Quattro flow, which is dolman rollers and an easy clean set of rollers as well, to aid in leaving the field as flat as possible, but also very, very low compaction. In between the 900mm tracks, we run a 1250 wheel on the rear, and what this allows us to do is, as you can see from the field, you've got track, wheel and track. So in terms of leaving the field nice and level, it is the best machine on the market for doing that, certainly in wet conditions. But absolutely as well. So having a central rear wheel we have it's got 60 degrees of turning on the rear axle. So in terms of turning circle, it's
turning circle
so,
there,
you know, so in terms of smaller fields, turning circle and manoeuvrability of this machine is second to none. Up at the back, so it's a Scania engine, so all of our Dewulf machines run Scania engines. The 2-row machines being 350 horsepower, and this is up at 500 horsepower. So again, in terms of having the power to run hydraulic motors, traction, again, it's there. Yeah, you're not lacking at all in terms from that aspect. As we go round to the discharge elevator, we run like I say, 11-ton bunker floor. With a one-piece elevator. You can hold about 2 ton of crop on the elevator, and what that allows
on the elevator itself.
So, so like I say, the bunker capacity is then extended by the elevator as well.
Yeah.
What that means is if you are topping a trailer off and you've still got product in the tank, you've still got the capability of having 9 tons worth of product in your bunker. This is the ring trace elevator, so once it's gone through your cleaning system, it comes up the elevator, a little bit like a sugar beet harvester, onto a top elevator, and that's what's then feeding your bunker floor. Your bunker feed elevator is working on sensors, and it's automatic, so your drop height is set from the cab. So if you're on a like a pre-packed crop or something like that, and you want to be as gentle as you can set the drop height of your bunker fill.
Well, cheers for showing us around this machine today, Gary, and cheers for having us out.
Yeah, no, it's good for you to come and have a look what we do.
It's been nice to come out and see you and see the machines, and best of luck in the future, and keep going, and we'll pop out and see you again at some point.
Thank you very much.
All right, cheers.